Hey guys, we got thunderstorms, we got Martellus Bennett touchdowns, we got Demarius Randall interceptions to talk about. This is the Out of Breath Arm Store Packer Minute, the show where I walk around the neighborhood talking about the Packers, and you watch to see if I get stung by a hornet, which, since it's raining, may not be as likely. Of course, if that hornet is of the vehicle variety, maybe it's more likely. Yeah, thunderstorm came on real quick, but I was not to be denied. Packers had their second training camp of the year. We've already got news, so I thought I'd just chat about it a little bit. I know you guys, I just talked this morning on the morning show. Collective gasp coming out of Packer Nation as Martellus Bennett goes down temporarily, got back up and was fine, and just promptly went out and scored a touchdown in the 2-minute drill with like no time remaining on the clock. This guy is a weapon. This guy is a weapon we want to keep healthy. Tweets coming out during that time frame when we didn't know what was going on with him about let's just call it for training camp and keep these guys safe. Yeah, we definitely need to keep Martellus Bennett healthy. This could be a big issue. It looked like a tweak. Of course, they're going to be conservative with him, and there's plenty of time for him to get healthy. The fact that he went back on the field and was able to catch a touchdown pass, I think says a lot about Martellus Bennett, whose actions and words up to this point have been quite good and I think fairly endearing to Packer Nation, asking us to pick his number and then basically letting Packer Nation know he's not comfortable with Donald Driver's number after seeing Donald Driver get inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame and hearing his story. But you know, you always had to withhold judgment until you saw the guy get out on the field and play football. And we are hoping, number one, that he can play all season without injury. But what we did see out of him thus far looks pretty doggone good. And the main thing being just him and Aaron Rodgers to develop that chemistry, to be on the same page. The last thing we want is for those two not to be in sync when week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks rolls around. We will have that Bennett v. Bennett matchup in that game, and we all know this is a Packers team that needs to hit the ground running. So a week 1 win, I think, is critical, and a week 1 win against a perennial playoff team is never easy. So I think I'm excited. I know it's one of the things I mentioned yesterday in terms of kind of the last thing on the list, even though some of them were negative. One of them I talked about yesterday was, you know, how is this defensive backfield going to stack up? How is our outside linebacker situation going to pan out? But one of the things I was excited about was having a chance to see Martellus Bennett and Aaron Rodgers in a pretty live environment. They don't put the pads on until tomorrow, but in a pretty live environment, just to be on the same page. And, you know, these guys are getting covered, but they have to be on the same page for any of this to work out. And Martellus Bennett being a smart guy, I do think he's going to assimilate into the offense quickly and completely. And he needs to do that, you know, before week 1. We don't have time to wait. And it's just good stuff. It's good stuff to hear him. Again, though, you know, the fact that something happened and one of these tweaks, it makes the folks that want the strength and conditioning staff out, makes them mad. It makes everybody nervous, and you wonder if it's going to be a nagging type of an injury. But I think the beauty of this particular situation is, number one, he was able to go back in and play. Now, he's a veteran. If he would probably have had the clout to get back in, even if he really shouldn't have. But we'll just assume he did, and it's not a big deal. We've seen a lot of these sort of lingering hammies, and I think that's what a lot of people were thinking when they saw this happen. But for all intents and purposes right now, everything looks good. The rain is picking up. I was afraid I was going to get really dumped on. I'm going to probably put my camera away before it gets too soaked, and you can hear Cujo behind me. He's probably going to run me down and have a small but satisfying meal. I hope you have a great day. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon on the Out of Breath Arm Store Packer Minute. Go Pack.